What's going on, old boys and girls? Your tub looking like this, but you really want it to look like this? Why wouldn't you want it to look like that? Like, come on, wife's been at you for how long to get this thing fixed? Don't worry, the old boy's got you figured out. Alright, what you're gonna need is a caulk gun. You're gonna need 100% silicone caulking. You're gonna need a razor. You're gonna need another razor. And you're gonna need some tape and some cleaning supplies, alcohol, CRL, whatever. Alright, first step that you guys gotta do is you gotta start taking off that old caulking. Now, I found that using the razor, for me, was the best tool for this job. Honestly, what I should have done is probably picked up 2 of these, because like halfway through, the razor sort of broke, and I kind of had to figure out how to use it again. Alright, this job's kind of tedious, and again, I am a absolute noob. This is the first thing I have ever done in my home, so please don't feel like you need to be a super genius to get this done. Not saying it's perfect, not saying it's going to be perfect, but I promise you're going to see the whole process here. So as you guys can see there, I got a shop vac. Again, have a vacuum clean it all up so then you don't have to deal with any of that mess. Now this was kind of confusing for me. Again, you guys can come up with your own decisions. I thought to take like the actual grout that's behind the silicone, the old silicone as well. I was just kind of breaking that up. You can kind of see there that I'm getting some of the grout from the back. Again, I've seen mixed reviews. Some people say to take the grout out. Some people just say to silicone over top of it. You guys will see at the end of the video, maybe it doesn't come out perfect. And there's a lot of grout, like honestly. So yeah, you guys can see here quickly, like some of the grout, like right there, you know, you can still see some spots that there's grout. You could be the person to kind of take it all out if you want to. I couldn't get some without like cracking the tiles. So again, mixed reviews, all that good stuff. So what you want to do is once you're finished and you're happy with it, you just want to clean it down. So I just took a rag with some alcohol and I just kind of rubbed it down nice and clean like that. What you want to do is you want to fill your bathtub up with water. Again, this is gonna, you know, expand your tub. So then basically when that silicone, it will expand with the tub filling up and you standing in it and all that kind of different stuff. But you want it to be stretched as much as possible. So fill the tub up, make sure that's gonna happen. All right, so now here's the taping. Again, I have mixed reviews with this. I think, like honestly, if I was to do this again, I may not tape just based off the fact that I don't know, it seems like it's just gonna be just as easy without doing it. And again, it's not perfect, so maybe that's a play. So as you guys can see, I showed you guys in the video too, I'm not gonna be doing the sides there because I think the caulking was done pretty well. But what do you want to do with the caulk gun? Usually there's a little cutter on the side like that. You just want to cut thin to start. Again, you can always cut bigger, so that's why cutting it thin is gonna, you know, allow you to always cut more if you want to. This little poker, make sure you poke it all the way through to make sure that you break that seal in there. So now you're gonna see I'm gonna start to do this caulking now. Am I perfect? No. If I was to do this again, and again, this is why I'm making this video, what I would do is I would layer it on thick. I would then rub my finger across. You can use tools or whatever it is. Your finger worked fine. As long as you can see the tub, I'm kind of like getting my finger kind of damp. But when I do it, what I would do again is lay it on thick, let it sit for a little bit, and then go to the next one instead of me just, I felt like I was just not letting the caulk really settle at all. So that's what I would do. Again, here is the finished product. I know this is a quick time lapse, but it's as simple as that. You layer over as much as you want. And as you guys can see in the video, like I might have given it too much, but if you guys go back to the first of the video, you guys will see all that mold and all that grout. I did not want this to look bad. I did not want any water to get through it. Maybe I layered on too much. Maybe I didn't enough. I don't know. You guys can be the judge. I'm a DIY guy. This is literally me starting from scratch. I promise you, if you're someone who was a little bit nervous about doing this, try it out. Like what's the worst thing that's gonna happen, right? You take the caulk off and then you try again. And again, caulking is very cheap. You can get that stuff for $7.99 Canadian where I live. Again, I had to buy the $9.99 stuff because they're out of the $7.99. But again, it's the same thing. Turned out very well. My wife was very impressed with the situation there. But it's definitely not perfect. As you can see, I'm gonna kind of zoom in here for you. Again, I don't know if it's the actual like grout that I didn't take out, because some places I took all full grout out and all that good stuff. But you can see it's kind of, you know, got some layers to it. It kind of looks like it's been put on by by a hack job like me. Again, it does the trick. I've had it for a week now, and it hasn't let any water in, any of that good stuff. But yeah, you can kind of see it's not perfect. Again, is that because my finger, again, should I just do it straight through and not stop? I was kind of doing it in different spots. Is it because the grout's going through all the way through to the back of the tile and I had to add more there? There's lots of questions that you can come up with. Again, I'm just showing you guys this because if you are planning on recaulking your tub, or maybe that's your first job, or maybe that's your first thing you want to do with your new home, by all means, give it a try. This should be helpful. Again, there's lots of different ways to do this, and there's lots of different videos. If they say it's, you know, super easy, I promise you it wasn't the easiest thing in the world. This took me like 2.5 hours to do, and I was very nervous about it. As you can see there, I had to kind of like put some spray foam. If you see that yellow on the side there as well, yeah, that was for me. Again, there was holes literally in my drywall. My house is I'm a millennial. I had to buy a house that was a fixer-upper, and this is my first job. So if you guys are, if you're happy with the result and it helped you guys out, by all means, like the video, subscribe for more, because I promise you my house is not a $1 million mansion, and there's gonna be lots of work to be done. So as always, maybe click that like button, have a good time, and as always, be a good old boy.